Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, guys, I'm going to cover reverse parking. I'm going to cover step by step how to do reverse parking on right side. And also I will share with you something very special in the end of the video that you cannot find this on any channel except my channel and on my Patreon. This video, first of all, will be uploaded on my Patreon. So if you would like to learn extra, check out a link in the description. So guys, I'm going to start now doing a reverse parking, and I'm going to do step by step. Now, most of the questions that I have, how much is to turn, on which side is to turn. So if you are watching this video, I'm going to show you from the angle that, and I'm going to say exactly what I'm doing. So if you are going for the test, this video is for you. So let me start the car, and I'm going to park in between two cars. I had a student that examiner asked to park anywhere on the right.
Yep.
From a reverse parking anywhere.
Which one?
Anywhere.
Okay.
Or you can do it beside the car.
Beside
Here.
this car?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I asked you to beside at the first place.
Sorry.
Before that car, beside the car.
Oh no.
Where you going?
Sorry, but I got a little confused. What exactly do you mean?
This car? Here. Not here. Here.
And instead of just to find the easy spot, my student was continued to move forward until examiner said, okay, if you don't understand the instructions the way I give it to you, now you're gonna park beside the car. And that's when it starts to be confusion. What's the meaning they park beside the car? So usually when examiners ask you to park, if they specify the spot, they will ask you park on the right side of the car or on the left side of the car. So for example, what happened is when examiner asked to park the car on the left side of the car, my student understood that he needs to park on the left side. So make sure that when you getting the instruction, you follow the instructions, and it doesn't mean, like, for example, if I asked by the examiner to park on the left side of the car, this is what I'm going to show you now. So I'm not looking on the left side to park the car. Just remember, was my student problem. What I'm going to do is if I park on the left side of the car, so that's going to be the left side of the car. So this is when I start counting. So my spot will be number 1. I hope you can see this clear. The second spot will be the car, because I'm parking on the left side of the car. So just imagine if I was parking on the right side of the car, then I need to start counting from the different positions. So this is going to be my spot. I count 1. Second will be the car that it parked. So I need to park beside the car on the left side of the car. And that's going to be my third spot that I count 1, 2, 3. Usually, this is how I teach my students. I count 1, 2, 3. I tell them to count 1, 2, 3, and then line up the knob. So I think that you can see clearly. So the line and the knob door. Now, some of you is asking me what happened if I don't have a knob. Just go by the steering. So steering to the line, that's going to be the same thing. I put the car on the reverse. Now, on which side I'm turning? I'm turning on the right because the parking spot is on the right. So remember, if you're struggling to which side to turn the wheel, remember one thing. This is the best tip that I can give it to you now. If the parking is on the right, you're turning to the right all the way in your car. My car, I turn all the way, will be 1 turn. That's another question that I'm getting from you on the comments. So how much to turn? all the way on the side that you are parked, if you line up properly. Okay, after I did that, what I need to do now, I'm looking at the rear view mirror and I'm checking my side mirrors. Now, sometimes you can look at the back just to make sure that you can see better and you can show to the examiner that you have better observation. So you can do that. You can do that. No problem with that. It's just better for you. So the next step, after I check and everything is good, I look at my side mirrors when I reverse. Now, in my car, I have the small tiny mirrors, the blind spot mirrors. It's helping me to see the line, so I don't need to adjust the mirror. If you don't have, when you're on the test, you can simply adjust the mirror so you can see the lines. So now I continue to move and I continue to observe properly on both sides. I check all around. I see the line on my right side. This is going to be the first line that it shows. I see the line on the right side. Perfect. My attention now on the left side to see the line. When I see the line on the left side, the only thing I need to do is to wait until the car will be straight. When the car is straight, now what I have to do is to straighten up the wheel. So if you turn all the way in your car, make sure that you're getting to the straight position and you straighten up the wheel. And this is exactly what I'm going to do now. The car is straight and I simply straighten up the wheel. I don't need to do anything extra. Now after I straighten up the wheel, I check again, making sure that there is no vehicle is moving. Sometimes you're trying to park the car and the vehicle moved around beside you. You have to be very careful watching it and making sure that there is no cars that moved. If you see the car is moving, the first thing you have to do is to stop. Now, I continue to move. Now, another question that I have is that, can I use the rear view camera when I reverse? Yes, you can. You can glance. You don't need to be dependent on it. On the test, if you are glancing the camera, just like observing, not to be dependent on it, not to look at the camera consistently, it's okay to do that. So I continue to move until I position myself properly. And the simple way, I put on park and I park the car. So now you're gonna see how it looks exactly from outside. So that's going to be my spot in between these two cars. On the left side of the car, so you start counting. 1 as the spot, 2nd will be the car, and the 3rd one that you need to line up. And how you lining up, again, as I said before, if you don't have a knob, use the steering. So now, I put reverse, the car is on the right side, so I turn all the way to the right, or in a different car, you can turn differently. It depends on the car. For example, in my car, I only turn 1, and that's the locking position. I release the brake after I check everything and everything is clear. I move into the spot. I don't have to do anything extra. So you can see in the camera how the car is moving inside. The first thing, as I said, I'm looking on the side mirrors that I have. So for example, the small mirrors. So now I see the line on the right side. Now I have to check the line on the left side. I don't do anything extra, guys. I'm just following the steps that I did. And when the car, as you can see inside, is getting to straight, I straighten up the wheel and I back into the spot, and I'm going to check the rear view camera to make sure that I'm not hitting anything in the back. And as I mentioned before, you can glance on it, not to be dependent on it. And that's how you parking the car. After you get to the position and you park perfectly, make sure you put the car in park, and you put the parking brake. Now, it doesn't mean that your test is end. So that's why I was waiting until this moment to share with you. So on the test, if you did not do parallel parking on the test, examiner will ask you to do reverse, as I did now, and then he will ask you, examiner can ask you to do front parking. So usually it's not gonna be too far. So for example, one of the example, if you're going to Dansview Test Center, that will be for sure, Toronto Dansview Test Center, that's going to be for sure, they can ask you to do reverse and the front. Some locations, I also cover this on my Patreon. Some locations, they don't ask you if they, like usually they have parallel parking on the road. So when you on the test, actual on the test, you can do parallel parking. So in the end, they will ask you to do front. So it's one or the other. So if you're going for the test and, for example, at Dansview, and you did not do parallel parking, examiner will ask you for sure do both. So now, this is what I'm trying to show you, that now I park the reverse and I don't have to turn off the engine, because examiner may ask to do the front parking. So now, after I finish my reverse, I will do the front. So usually what they do, sometimes they say to you, okay, just drive straight forward. So just follow the instructions. You don't need to do anything extra. If they specify the spot, then you have to follow. So for example, in this situation, I will be parking on this right side a little bit. I'm gonna be parking over here. So it's not just straightforward. So just like that, you're gonna be ending up the test. And then when you park the front parking, they will ask you to park the car. So now I'm going to park the car. I'll turn off the engine. So guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you would like to join my Patreon, link will be down below. That was a reverse parking. I show you how to do step by step. There is more videos about reverse parking. You can find these videos on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.